can see, I am on my own today. Amy is actually out at an exam, so I am all alone. But I thought what I would do today is I've been buying a few goodies from RMS Beauty in particular, but a few other natural and also organic beauty brands. So I thought it might be fun today to do a little get ready with me / makeup, natural makeup tutorial. So what I've done is a very natural, dewy kind of look, using some kind of cool tone pinks and also some, you can see, like a glossy gold on the eyes. So if you want to see more and hear more about the RMS Beauty line and some of the other natural products that I like, keep watching. I'm starting off with a clean and naked face. All I've got on at the moment is a little bit of jojoba oil, which is this organic one by Perfect Potion. They're an Australian brand that I really like. They make a lot of organic, clean, pure face products and also like a lot of essential oil blends. And the other thing that I have on, which is the packaging is completely destroyed. It's just not very good packaging, but it's the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask. This stuff is really great for dry lips. My lips, obviously you can see, they're all shredded and awful at the moment. I have pretty dry lips, which is a long story, but when I get stressed, so I had a bit of a stressful day yesterday, I just can't stop from picking out the dry patches. So this stuff is great, but the other thing I'm doing to help with my lips and also little patches of eczema that I have been dealing with is working on gut health, and probiotics has made a huge difference in the moisture and quality of my skin, but my lips still aren't great, and when I get stressed out I can't help tearing them, which is kind of gross. But so the first thing that I'm starting with is some sun protection. So in Australia we have, especially Queensland, it's like very strong sun pretty much every day. So I'm always in the habit of using a high coverage SPF on my face. I don't always put it on my body because I want to soak up that vitamin D. I have been low before, so I don't want to get low on vitamin D, but the face I think is worth protecting. So the one that I use is the Ecological Skincare. It's just a really good lightweight sunscreen, although I will say that although it is almost undetectable, I feel like it does lend a slight white cast to my face, which I'm not too much of a fan of. So if you have any recommendations for a good lightweight and natural SPF that has a slight tint to it, let me know, because this one gives me slight ghost face. So I'm just popping that on. You see what I mean? Especially because I've got the natural sunlight coming onto my face at the moment. It's giving me major, well, not major, but it's giving me a white cast, which is not so great in summer because you might be able to tell my arms are quite a bit darker than my face. So for foundation at the moment, what I've been using is just the RMS Uncover-up, and it's this tiny little pot. Actually, most of the products I'm using today are from RMS. Across all of the natural beauty makeup brands that I've tried, I just think the ingredients for RMS are above and beyond in quality. So what I really like about them is they use coconut oil, oftentimes as their first ingredient, rather than, I feel, a lot of natural beauty brands, they just fill everything up with sunflower oil, and I'm not sure, maybe it's the consistency that's good for the makeup, but part of me feels like sunflower oil is a cheap, nasty oil, and I don't like to see it at the very top of the list. I don't mind it in the ingredient list somewhere, but not at the front, because why would I slather on those unstable oils into my skin when I know they're inflammatory if I ingest them, if you catch my drift. So RMS Uncover-up, this is the shade 11. I've ordered a shade darker as well because I feel like this is a little light for me at the moment. We're just heading out of summer here, and so I'm feeling quite brown all over, except when I apply this it can be a little light. But this is what I have today, so I like to actually use it all over as a foundation, not only a concealer. So what I do is I just start by kind of dotting it everywhere that I want to cover. And what's great about this product is because it has the coconut oil in there, it's quite beneficial to the skin, and the other ingredients in here. I think it's jojoba oil, other natural oils. They're all raw, unprocessed. So they're quite therapeutic to the skin. Even if you have acne and things, especially like if you're covering up little spots, it helps to clear them up quicker, because instead of just gunking up the spot, it's actually got antimicrobial and healing benefits in that concealer that will help to heal it up rather than just cover it up. And I like to blend that in with just a damp beauty blender. Now, using the beauty blender really helps to shear out this product. See, because the Uncover-up is designed as a concealer, however you can use it as foundation all over, I find applying it either with a brush or just my fingers and blending it in can get a little too heavy. But patting in with the beauty blender really makes it shear out and really blend and mesh in with the skin. Oh, I feel like I'm getting very bleached out by this light. Okay, so now I think I've done with foundation, so I'm going to go in with a bit of bronzer. The one that I'm going to use is also by RMS. It is a Buriti bronzer. So this is another great little product which is all natural. I mean, all of the RMS products are, and I've actually only recently purchased this, and I've heard some mixed reviews, but so far I actually really like it. So what I do with this one is I just literally apply with fingers to forehead, basically to all the places where the sun would hit naturally. Okay, so I'm just sort of doing a very lazy contour. I'm not doing any, just trying to keep it nice and high to keep the cheekbone elevated and not giving a gaunt look. Not being too perfect about it either. What I like about this bronzer is it really blends well with the in with your fingers. It's just very, very blendable. I've tried other natural products in this sort of stick form where I feel like you almost place it down and it's impossible to blend without causing a mess to all the makeup underneath. What I'm going to go for next is a little blush, also from RMS. Now this is one of their lip to cheeks in the shade Demure. So it's quite a classic cool tone pink. This is also something I picked up quite recently, so let's see how it goes, huh? I just apply that to the high point of the cheekbone. I don't go too far inward, except sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll apply the blush more across the front if I'm after that more sunburned, sun-kissed look. But for every day, I normally just apply right on top of that bronzer. And the lip to cheeks from RMS are also great for their blendability and also full of skin nourishing ingredients. So I feel good about putting these on my skin. And these also last really well. See, that's my other gripe with a lot of the natural or just even in general cream blushes, is that they can tend to wear off quite easily throughout the day, whereas these Lip to Cheeks from RMS, they are a bit expensive, but I find they really last a long time and the ingredients cannot be beaten. Next, I'm going to use actually a different product or a different brand. This is the Well People Bio Brightener. So this is a illuminating product which comes in this little stick. I've heard it's comparable to the RMS Living Luminizer, which I haven't actually tried, although I think this runs a little warmer and I really enjoy it. But what I actually do is I apply it onto my fingers. I don't really like stick products that much for the face because I feel like applying that on will just muck up the makeup that's sitting underneath. So what I actually do is just apply to my finger and then tap it into the higher points of the face. Now what I like about this product, and what I've also heard about the Living Luminizer, is it really, it's not glittery, it's kind of lends that dewy effect and really meshes into the skin rather than sitting on top of it. Now I've tried powder versions of this type of product. I've tried the Becca, I've tried the Becca highlighter, the pressed highlighter in Moonstone, and I honestly, I can't really even say it does anything for me. It's powdery, and compared to this, I don't really see any comparison, to be honest. This really gives that dewy effect, which I think that the powders just don't. But that's just me. Maybe it's because my skin is quite dry. I really need that extra like oil-based product to deliver more shine. You can see. I also apply, see, I put it to my nose, upper lip, and sometimes even to above my brows. Okay, now for eyebrows. I'm just using a little pencil that I have from a brand called Crop. Focus. And I don't mind this pencil. It was actually given to me by the brand, but I honestly don't do too much to my brows. I used to pluck them a lot, and that had disastrous effects. So now I just fill them in. Now I just brush them through. Okay, so onto eyes. Now what I'm going to use is another RMS product. It is their eye polish in the shade Solar. Solar is like a beautiful gold, like a darkened bronze gold. Now I've heard online there's a lot of negative reviews about this product, or about the eye polishes in general, and that is because they crease. You shouldn't be surprised if these crease because they again have coconut oil and jojoba oil in them, and I think what it really comes down to is your preferences and also the eye shape that you have. So I actually really love these eyeshadows, but as you can see, my eye, I have quite a large mobile lid, so it doesn't bother me too much when things crease because it kind of only creases in this little area here, and the rest of the product kind of stays quite put. Also, my skin is quite dry. So if you have similar eye shape to me and you have drier skin and it doesn't bother you if you get a little bit of creasing back here, you're probably going to like these. Also, I do get a little bit of eczema, which I'm working on clearing with my gut healing regimen. So if you want to know more about that, let me know. but applying a coconut oil based product to my eye is very soothing compared to other eyeshadow products, and just keeping that area in good condition. So I treat this as sort of parts a conditioning product and also a eye polish, as they call them. So literally just apply a thin coating of the gold all over and kind of just blend it out through the socket. So this will last for pretty much the whole day on me, although as I said, it does crease, so throughout the day, maybe 2 times a day, I might just smooth it a little bit again, just because it migrates a little bit in that crease line. But other than that, it's good to go. And I do like to carry it in my bag for if I want to amp it up. Say I'm at work and I'm heading out for dinner, so I can add like an extra layer to really build it up for night. And now I'm just going in with mascara. So the mascara I'm using is this one from a brand called Dusty Girls. It is by Mugu, an Australian brand. I quite like this. It's a very natural look. If you're looking for really wow eyelashes, this is not the product. I'm actually nearly at the end of this, and I'm on the lookout for another natural mascara, something with a bit more volume. So if you have any favorites, let me know. This is a great mascara if you are a blonde and you are really against clumping mascaras. This mascara will not clump in the slightest, even now when it's really at the end of its life. It's quite feathered. Okay, so finally I'm just going to go in with some lip colour. So I'm using my go-to little lip pencil from Jane Iredale. It's called Spice. It's very comparable to MAC Spice. I wear this all the time. So this is great as well when I've picked at my lips and they're all chapped and awful. This really helps to redraw in that lip line. Okay, and so right on top of that, I'm just going to apply one of the RMS lip shines. This is the colour Sublime. Now I've picked this to go with the blush. It is quite a shocking looking cool toned pink, although applied it is not nearly as bright.